Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back in 6222 Swiss Draft. Alright, well, Elder Deep Fiend is pretty powerful bomb, so I think we are actually going to take it over the stag. Tapping 4 of your opponent's permanents. That can be 4 creatures, and it's Flash Emerge, so it's just really good. This pack's pretty good otherwise, though. I mean, obviously I think the stag is a close second, and then we've got like Restraints, Bombardment, Greeting, Outcast. But yeah, I actually really like Elder Deep Fiend. And I found blue is pretty good so far in this format. I haven't had any problem. Well, I haven't had problems with any color really. So let's just take it. Probably end up casting it for 5 most of the time, which is pretty nice. Well, Savage Alliance is pretty strong. We also have Wretched Griff. We have Enlightened Maniac, Bombardment number 2, Captive. This pack lets you go just any direction you want. So Maniac's going to be better alongside our Deep Fiend. But Wretched Griff is also just really good. Both of those stay on color with our Elder Deep Fiend, but are certainly worse than Savage Alliance. I don't really like pushing towards red-blue right away. I want it to come a little bit more organically, and I want to make sure if I play the Fiend, I'm taking good blue cards. I don't mind taking a Griff over a Maniac here. The Maniac sets up better, but I don't know. I've found the actual emerge cards are typically more difficult to get than the actual setup cards, because any card can be a setup card. I think we're actually going to take the Griff. I really like Savage Alliance, and I like Maniac here too, but I found Griff is just really good. Like now we can take a Cultist, which is nice. Probably take it over the Ingenious Scab. It's going to work better with the 2 emerge cards we already have. And sticking to just blue for now. Alright. Yeah, Cultist is pretty good. Pretty good. Taking it over Chilling Grasp and Ingenious Scab, both of which are pretty good too. Okay, well, probably take the Herald over the Scab. Just because it evades. And buys you time because it taps down. I found that's really good. Ingenious Scab is really good too. This might just block better. I don't know. They're both fantastic. I'm going to take the Herald though. I found it's just been really good for me. Okay, well we have a 5th pick, Boon of Emrakul. There's no blue pick worth taking here. I mean, Convolute is playable, but not really what I'm looking for. And Boon is pretty solid removal, so I'm okay taking it here. If the color doesn't pan out, so be it. All I really need to make sure is I'm carving my way into blue effectively. Wow, Drowneyard Behemoth, really strong. Otherwise, I would have liked to have the Spontaneous Mutation or even the Wailing Ghoul, just another emerge sack fodder. But yeah, Behemoth is insanely good. Very happy to pick that up. We've got good emerge going already. I mean, obviously we're going to need some more sack fodder at some point, but we've already got a Cultist, and I'm totally willing to sack a Herald if I have to. Alright, well, Cryptolith Fragment, Brute. I think we'll take the Brute. It's not too early, and if we do actually end up in blue-black, it's a relevant creature type and ability. I mean, Rise from the Grave is pretty sweet when you have big fat fatties like we do. But let's just continue to cut blue as hard as we can here. Just really carve our way into that color. Yes, Maniac, huge pickup for us. Excellent with Griff, Fiend, and Behemoth. And pretty much precisely what we're looking for at the moment. Alright, I guess we'll take another Brute. We're going to need some more early game stuff soon, but remember, it's only pack 1, and we've managed to take a lot of playable blue cards so far, which is good. Mutation's a huge pickup for us. Works amazingly well with our Brutes, and it's just kind of the soft removal a deck like this really wants. because you're just trying to buy time to get online some huge dudes and bash in. So, and we even have a couple flyers, which is where mutation's really at a premium. Actually, the card is just versatile. I found it's a lot better than I initially gave it credit for. It turns out it's not that hard to fill your graveyard, I guess. I mean, there's sometimes it's not gonna be as good as you want, but it's just over the long term, it's a really nice removal spell, or as a combat trick, as I've used it many times before. All right, we're gonna take Chilling Grasp. We do only have one black card, so we could actually consider the Desperate Sentry, which works really well with our Behemoth Fiend Griff. I mean, this isn't exactly a Chilling Grasp deck, but I mean, any blue deck is going to be Chilling Grasp deck. But I think I'm actually going to take the Chilling Grasp. Last time I passed it and I regretted it, so we'll take it this time. I do think Desperate Sentry works well with our Emerge, obviously, but... Oh, let's see. I guess we'll just take the blue card. I don't think I'm likely to play Graph Harvest. Well, maybe. If we're blue-black, it could be. I mean, I'm just not going to play Contingency Plan, so... No real reason to take it other than signaling purposes. I see. Okay. So, what do we want here? I mean, Tattered Haunter flies and is sack fodder, which isn't terrible. We have Geistfield Scarecrow, which I think it does make Emerge more expensive too, because you're casting... Wait. Cast a spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost. So, no, I guess it doesn't make... Well, no, it is a creature spell, and you're casting it. You're just paying the Emerge cost. So I think I believe it makes Emerge more expensive too. I don't know, actually. I'm surprised I haven't run into that yet. So in blue, we have Fortune's Favor, which I like. Tattered Haunter, which is fine. I kind of underrated it for a while, but yeah, it's fine. It flies. It's a spirit. You can cheat out some guys with it, which isn't bad. I might be on board with Tattered Haunter here. It's a pretty unexciting first pick. There is Sanctifier of Souls, which maybe I just take. It's not like I'm committed to black. And it's a good ability. Then I wish I'd taken the Desperate Sentry, but it's not a huge deal. I guess we'll take Sanctifier. It's a strong card. I love that in the late game it can just spit dudes out. Alright, we're taking a second Wretched Griff here. Going deep on these Wretched Griffs, not looking back. We're going to need some more early game, but we'll figure it out. For now, I'm happy to play these Emerge guys. I don't know. I typically have the problem where I don't have enough Emerge, so even though it may seem like I have a lot of Emerge... What? Alright. Okay. And magically back in black, I guess. Alright. Well, I admit, now we have a lot of Emerge. I don't know if I've ever had 5. That's kind of crazy. Let's see. Crusader versus Scavenger. I mean, Scavenger currently brings back some relevant stuff that we probably want, so probably take it. They're both good. Could still end up with Graph Rats in here too. Alright. Alright. So we need some cheap stuff. Well, I probably take the... Well, sacrificing creatures is going to get a little more difficult now because we need more early game. We'll get it figured out. I'm not super concerned right now. It's either that or Unhallowed. Unhallowed is pretty good. We'll take the Disposal, I guess. Alright, Scab's a huge pickup. We'll take that. Very good. Great blocker. And it's going to likely be sack fodder often, but that's not a huge deal. Alright, I think we're actually taking the Supplicant over the third Brute, because the third Brute seems pretty unnecessary. And we've got to get this curve down. No 2-drops yet, and I don't even think Graph Harvest... This doesn't really strike me as a Graph Harvest deck, so I don't think that's going to happen. So basically we just need some cheapo creatures. I've run into the problem I never have, which is a lot of premium Emerge cards. And that's it. That's the only problem. Other than that, there is no problem here. Because we do have a Cultist and a Maniac. Obviously, we could use some more sack fodder here, but scavenger number 2, I guess. I mean, I need more things to return, but bringing back like a scab, a cultist, a supplicant, a herald, any of those are going to be pretty premium things to bring back. But admittedly, we are looking like an 18-land deck, to be honest. Unless we can really... Alright, I think we take the Fogwalker here. Not really what I'm looking for, but what I'm taking here, definitely. And actually, Fogwalker has great Nebelgast Herald synergy, so that's not a huge deal. Yeah, we just need some 2-drop stuff. Keep busy early. Alright, I'm going to take the second Fogwalker over the second Supplicant. Supplicant's not exactly what our deck's looking for, other than being a well-costed creature, but I would prefer the 2-drop creatures for now. Well, we don't really need a second Convolute. Small chance we play Succumb to Temptation, but that's not super likely either. And we're still, I mean, we're kind of looking like an 18-land deck, but we'll see. If I can swap some stuff around, I could definitely get back to 17 lands. All right, we'll take the recruitment. Don't have a ton of zombies, but a couple, I think. All right. So this deck could use like 2 to 3 more 2-drop creatures. That would be ideal. And then we probably cut just a little bit of the late game and we're fine. I still don't mind the double Midnight Scavenger, even without any Graph Rats, which is, by the way, really kind of unusual that you get the multiple scavengers and none of the rats. It's usually the opposite problem. Too many rats, not enough scavengers. But it did indeed happen here. Not a huge deal. They're still pretty premium in here. How many things can they pick up right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our guys. It's not bad. Hopefully we can make it more here. All right, Concoction's pretty premium removal. We've got Rancid Rats, which is going to be good at buying us time. I think Concoction is just so premium that I'm going to take it over the Rats, even though Rats would be very good for us too. I like that it can... we could very easily wheel something of importance from here. Niblis or Rats. I guess Throttle, but we'll take Concoction. We don't have any Madness, which I guess makes Concoction a little bit worse, but it does deal with everything, which is just really good. And it's actually not bad with Mutation either. I kind of like that. Feeds your graveyard with 3 cards, right? Okay, so there's Heir of Falconwrath, Compulsion, Scrutiny. So Heir of Falconwrath's a pretty big, crazy card. I mean, you do have to discard a card to turn it on, but otherwise we can use it as sack fodder, all of which is fine. And you can bring it back with Scavenger. Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty premium. I like Compulsion a lot. What's our removal currently? Concoction, Mutation, Boon, Disposal. I mean, we have some decent removal going right now. I don't mind upgrading our early game creatures, especially with one as premium as Heir of Falconwrath. So I think we'll take it. Alright, well, Heirloom Heir is pretty insane, but it just is so distant from what the rest of our deck is that we might just take the Furtive Homunculus. We're looking for just more early things to be doing. Keeping busy early. Keeping busy early and get into our late game. And now it looks like we can much more easily play a 17-land deck. I'm already feeling more confident about that. Like, we can be off the Succumb plan. We don't need to run Convolute. I don't mind cutting one of our Laboratory Brutes, though. Well, Explorer is actually really nice. Accomplice is really nice. Both of those are good emerge targets. Explorer is nice because it just blocks very well, and then you get to investigate, and then you can sack it and pay much less for something that's bomb. I almost like that more than Accomplice here. Accomplice I could just upgrade Furtive Homunculus into, though, which also isn't bad. They're both excellent sack fodder. I think Explorer is just actually a really premium card. There's also Pour Over the Pages for some card advantage, but I think we're going to take the Explorer here. Moondrake. Well, I think we're good on huge bombs that have impact, but we'll take Mangler here, which is really nice. Another, and we can even bring it back with Scavenger, which is just really cool. We might even just be off Laboratory Brute in general. Like, it works well with Mutation, but nothing else that really needs this, really demands it. So we can probably cut that. Sleep Paralysis. There's some premium removal. There's also an Accomplice, but I think we can find a way to make this paralysis work. We probably cut Convolute. We probably cut this Homunculus. We don't need it now. Although I could do Homunculus over Fogwalker, but I think I'd rather have the 3 toughness, and then we'll take the sleep paralysis. So, all right, come together pretty nicely here. We've got some hard removal. We have plenty of creatures. Our curve looks reasonable. Maybe I do, since I don't really need Supplicant. I mean, I could just go Homunculus over Supplicant, so it either trades early or sets us up for a turn 4 Wretched Griff and lets us play a 2-drop that maybe gets in for a turn. You know, Epiphany is actually this pack's got everything we want. Epiphany is actually a good card. It's a good way to get card advantage. I think it's sort of overlooked a lot of the time, oddly. I mean, I think I'm actually going to take it here. It really is an excellent way to get card advantage. Observer would be pretty fine too, but like I said, I don't know. I'm pretty impressed with Epiphany. Getting the rats back is fantastic. Yeah, we'll definitely play that over Homunculus. Still have to make another cut. We're going to play 17 lands here for sure, but we'll figure it out. Probably a creature. I guess we have enough where maybe we don't need double Fogwalker. Like, I wanted enough early game, but we upgraded pretty hard there. None of these cards really matter. We're not going to play pieces. We don't have anything in red worth splashing. I guess we'll just take it anyway. So yeah, we want to make one more cut. I guess I can cut a 2-drop. I don't have to, though. I like having 2-drops that block. Fogwalker is whatever, though. It's not like it's an insane card. Chilling Grasp I want to keep. I kind of want to keep all of our removal and tricks and stuff. Nagging Thoughts. Yeah, I don't think we're playing it. Maybe just Hate a Wolf, whatever. Alright, Deny Existence, I think I'm going to take over the Fox. Well, I guess I already have a Convolute, so maybe I don't need the Deny Existence. Alright. Just take the Fox away from somebody. Alright. None of these cards matter. Take a Stallion, I guess. Lamplighter. We're in the right colors for it. Alright, so we need to make one cut. Not exactly sure what it should be yet, but we'll figure it out. So these are going to be like 4-drops most of the time. This is like a 5-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop, and whatever. Alright, so one more cut, and then we are in business. Can definitely be a creature, because we have 17, and our removal is all good. All good. Like, I can cut a Fogwalker and not be terribly upset about it. It's not like Fogwalker is going to make or break this deck. Our 3-drops are really where it's at anyway. I'm okay with that. Alright, I've decided. The rest of this deck looks really good. I like it. Alright, so let's look at our colors. More blue. This is all, well, it's not all blue, but it's mostly blue. So we'll probably end up doing 9-8. That should be fine. We'll do 9-8. And another blue-black deck, but this one's got some really exciting stuff in it, so I like it. This one's just kind of cooler looking than our last deck. I like it. All the card advantage you could ask for. Early game, late game, removal. Looking cool. Looks like a fun deck. All right. We'll run it like this. We'll see round 1.